Cardano's
Cardano.
currently sitting at the $1.33 region overall. What do we have right now? It's just literally still, I guess, we're almost halfway through the day, and we still got, not almost halfway, we have like 7 hours and 40 minutes left for the day to end. Cardano's still, 0.3%, 0.30% movement to the bottom. So, not a lot is going on. We're still, hovering around that resistance. Overall, we know that the $1.50 region was the region that everyone was looking at for a while. As soon as we had a breakout above it, went back to retest it and pushed back upwards. So overall, right now, we are below those critical levels. We talked about, let me just show all these indicators, I guess. Maybe I'll just take off all of this right here. So yeah, man, went below. Looks like we did find that support at the 200 EMA on the daily. Again, we've been downtrending ever since, what do we have here? Midway through May 16th, 15th, 17th. We've been downtrending. Cardano got all the way to the top at the $2.50 region. And right now, we got sandwiched again and found that support at the 200 EMA on the daily, which is, exactly where we typically, every time we create that gap between those EMAs, every time we push up or push down, but this is just us looking at pushing up. We pushed up here to the 16 cent, which let's see here. When we actually got close to it and touched it, yeah, Cardano pushed up almost 100% in terms of price action. Went back down to retest those slower EMAs, the 200 and the 100 EMA, and every time it pushes up like that, creates that distance, goes sideways for a bit until those EMAs start to follow through and start, those data points here, those higher prices start to get more and more into this reading for the EMA. They start pushing upwards, they meet us again, and then we push back above and have some sort of a breakup. So now, right now, we're literally at it. We had a downtrend ever since the mid-May and March, April, May, June. I can't even, man. I can't hold so many times. So whenever I want to see where we're sitting at, what month we're in, what the date is, I always gotta go like January, February, March, April, May, so I know what the next month is. But so right now, May 16th. Ever since that, we're having 43 days of a downtrend, and we found that support at the 200 DMA. So looks pretty good so far for me. Obviously, there's some sort of a resistance right now, more established resistance at this level over here. We need to break above this short-term resistance for us to see. We need to see more buyers jump in. We need to see that volume start to spike up, indicating that there is some sort of a market reversal. Because on the daily, this is a pretty nice reversal candle. It's showing you've been downtrending for 43 days. You're reaching a support level where you typically found that support at. And this candle over here indicates some sort of reversal, which actually did signal to the market the next day that, look, we should be uptrending right now. And that's what Cardano's doing. So is this the candle on June 22nd that actually is going to lead Cardano to the light, to those higher prices again, to the market with everything coming off for Cardano soon here? We'll see. But then again, we are at a support level. We're getting sandwiched again between this guy over here, which we broke below recently, which is the $1.37 region. This is the range I'm looking at so far for the near term, for the near future, to decide whether Cardano is actually going to decide on moving upwards soon, man. So,
Man, I think Cardano is at its most critical inflection point. It's been in, I don't know how long, but in a long time. This is super make it or break it territory for Cardano for the reason I'm about to describe. Because right now, Cardano's sandwiched in between strong, significant support and strong, significant resistance. So $1.30, $1.31. I keep mentioning this is an extremely significant level. Looking at the daily candles, we're constantly getting wicks and candle bodies react off $1.30, $1.31. We're currently above it, holding in that support. Looking at the weekly chart for Cardano, we had 9 weeks of candles and wicks reacting exactly off $1.30, $1.31. Super significant inflection point for Cardano. Here, resistance, here, support. Clearly the inflection point, $1.31 for Cardano. We got to hold that as support. We're currently at $1.33, which is good to see. But we'll also have right above us this white line, the 100 EMA on the daily, which I believe you mentioned there.
yeah.
Extremely significant moving average because all throughout Cardano's impulse, the 100 daily EMA constantly held as support. And again, I repeat this, I bring this up to say that, look, whenever you're trying to find when an uptrend will end, when an impulse will end, I try and find a moving average that hugs the uptrend the entire length of the movement that we test as support and hold as support. So here held the support, here held support, here. It constantly was the bedrock of support. We never had daily candles closing below it until now. We've been, and again, once we start to lose a moving average that we've held all throughout the length of an impulse, it's typically signals the end of the impulse, the end of the uptrend. So the fact that we're getting daily candles closing below the thing that we've held this thing since November 2020 is extremely significant. So right now we're above strong support $1.31 and we're below strong resistance at $1.38 with this white line, the 100 EMA. I believe whatever way we break out of this zone will be extremely telling for the next price direction. If we break out bullishly, come back down and retest it, then man, I think $1.50 and $2 range is very likely. If we start to lose $1.31, especially if we break down, come back up to retest it and find rejection, then I think we're going to retest the dollar region. And if buyers don't come in at about $1, then I think that's the end for Cardano, because every time since March that we've had dumps, buyers keep coming in at this dollar range. So if we find a rejection off $1.31, we're probably going to retest this region. And if buyers don't come in here again, then the downside potential is substantial. We go to 35 cents, 20 cents, and even further down.
Especially with all the accumulation of the dollar, especially with all the accumulation of the dollar. If it doesn't hold, then you got a lot more people that have, that entered that dollar. So for some sort of swing trade or whatever the case might be, or some sort of investor that's probably going to cut down their losses. So the dollar is definitely, yeah, I agree, man. The dollar is definitely where it's at for Cardano as that main support if this $1.30 level does not hold. So yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and we have the daily candle close for the daily. Did I mention daily enough? In 7 hours, 7.5 hours. So in 7.5 hours, we will know whether we close above $1.31. So we gotta hold $1.31 for the next 7.5 hours. If we do, it's a good sign.
100%. Bruna Galtieri is saying, seems like an amen. So amen to that, man. Oh
Indeed.
man, whew. Holy, these live streams go by pretty fast, man. You wouldn't even feel
Yes,
it.
sir.
So yeah, man, maybe I don't know. It's an hour and a half here. Maybe we start wrapping up if you're good to go. I don't know if there's anything else you want to talk about here, but maybe we'll go again live at the end of the day, see what happens. I think today's gonna be a bit juicy, to be honest with you. I think today's actually gonna be some sort of a nice price action.
Yeah, again, we could go on for hours, but let's definitely save more for later. So yes, let's start to wrap it up. If you have any final words, if you want to summarize, maybe I'll say a few things in my summary as well.
Yeah, no, for now, I would say keep a close eye out on